Hi folks. All right, it's a brand new week. We had a terrific weekend. I actually took a road trip on Saturday and went down to Tucson and did some stuff down there, and had a really good last week. So we are hoping for a great week coming up. So we want to go over a few things. I don't have any specific questions from people, but these are issues and things that I get on a regular basis that I want to just cover with you guys. First one is protecting your bits, either whether you're just having them at your place or whether you're sending them in. What I would suggest is always keep your router bits in tubes of some kind. This is how I keep my router bits in my drawer here, and you'll see that they're pretty much all protected. Either they're in tubes by themselves, like this one, that's an empty tube, like this, or they've got the little caps on them, or even in these cases where these are bigger V-groove bits, there's nothing metal that they can hit when they're in these little compartments. For instance, I wouldn't have these two in here together. I'd keep those so the only thing that they can hit is plastic. The reason being is carbide is very fragile, and if it hits something else that's metal, chances are you're going to lose a piece of the edge or something like that. So specifically, when you guys send me your router bits to sharpen, whether you're premium members or not, doesn't matter. Make sure that they're in tubes of some kind or somehow protected. You know, I put pretty much everything in tubes, whether they're this kind or the square tube, or again, this is good enough because it protects the edge if you've got the little caps. So always remember, try and keep those separated so that the edges can't bang into each other. The other way that you can do it, that I think Dad showed this not too long ago, make a little block. This is one he did with a laser, but this could be just a little solid block. Drill some holes in it, a little bigger than 1/4 inch, and this keeps your bits protected from hitting each other. And they're easy to see what it is. So remember guys, these carbide bits, they're not cheap. You want to try and protect them as much as you can, especially in shipping, because I've gotten some bits lately that they were just banging around in an envelope, and so put those caps on, put them in tubes, and you won't be likely to lose those edges. So that was the first thing. Second thing, in regards to router bits, I get this question a lot, is that specifically on, these are the bits that are available on the website that I use on a regular basis. And these are obviously all in tubes. But specifically, if you look at the 90 degree and then the 60 degree, you'll see they're different lengths. And then the profile bit obviously is obviously a different length as well.
Can you turn them sideways?
This way?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's the 90, that's the 60, that's the profile. Now, and you ask why, and is it a mistake? Is it a problem? And it's none of those. It's not a mistake. It's not a problem. When we buy these thousands of dollars worth at a time. These 60s and 90s, 90 and a 60. That's the way they come from the manufacturer. My hunch is, I haven't asked them, but my hunch is it's easy to identify once you understand that the 90 degree that we use is shorter than the 60. I can look right at these, and based on the length, and I know which one it is. I'll take the caps off so you can see. The 60 degree has the 3 flutes, and the 90 degree has the 2 flutes. This is the one we use for background. That's the one we use for inset letters. That's obviously the profile bit. So, and then the SC50 and the spiral, they're different lengths too. But just understand the fact that this one is shorter than this one. It makes no difference when you're cutting soft woods, especially. If you're into that, call it, a 1/2 inch, it's going to be just as good as if you're in there a full inch. It makes no difference as long as it's in there, 1/2 inch or so. You're going to be solid as a rock. So just to kind of dispel any questions on that, they're different lengths, but it makes no difference. They cut just as fine being shorter. So my guess would be that the manufacturer can look at the length of it and know what it is, like I can now, and you guys probably will eventually. You'll be able to look at the length of it and know whether it's a 60 or 90 without having to take the cap off or taking it out of the tube if you don't have it tubes that are labeled. We try and send everything out labeled now if we can. Anyway, so I hope that kind of answers that issue, because I get that on a regular basis. So let's let me clean up from that. I want to go over one more thing. Let me put these away. The 60 is the longer. The 90 goes in here. And then the profile goes in here. All right, so I'll get those out of the way. Now, I had somebody write me the other day, and she said that she ordered our router base plate for her little DeWalt router, which I don't have it, but the 611 router. I'll reach over here and grab it real quick. It's right off to the side. This is the 611 router, DWP 611, and this is our router base plate that we make for it, and we make these for other routers too. The Makita, and different ones. Most of you guys know that. But she was trying to fit this on her 611 router housing, and it wouldn't fit. The holes weren't lining up. So we're trying to figure out. Finally, she called me and we figured it out. What she was trying to do is she was trying to mount this on the plunge router base plate, or the router housing. This is the plunge base that, and many of you that buy the DeWalt or the Porter cable, this is actually for a Porter cable 450, which is basically identical. This would fit on here just as well. The DeWalt and the Porter cable 450 is the same as the 611. They're just, a different name on it, basically a lot like GMC and Chevy, just basically a different name. However, this router housing is not made to take one of our bases on. You can see it just doesn't fit, and the holes don't line up. But remember, the reason we originally made this is so that you could have handles on your 611, or whichever one you got that's a trim router. This already has handles on it. So I don't like the plunge bases. You guys that have been watching for a while and seen many of my videos know that. I don't really like this. It's too big. It's too bulky. I'm not comfortable with it. I like the fixed base routers, whatever router it is. I just don't like the plunge bases, whether it's on the small trim routers or the big routers. I just don't like them. Many of you do. Hey, that's great. But you don't need one of our base plates for that, because it's already got handles on it, and you've got control of it. So just remember, guys, if you have a plunge housing on your router, this is not going to fit it. This is made for the fixed base. So I just wanted to kind of cover that, because that's come up a couple times. And this last one, we couldn't figure it out. But finally, she sent me some pictures, and it was just kind of actually humorous once we figured out what was going on. But just so you guys know, if you have a plunge router, we don't make router base plates that fit on plunge routers. They got to be fixed base. Let's see, what else? That is about it. Oh yeah, I'm going to go sign carvers of the day, and then at the end of this video, I promised you guys back on 2/19 when I did that crafted workshop for Johnny Brook, I promised I'd show you guys what it looked like when it was completely done with all the finish on. I'm going to tack that on to the end of this video. It's only a minute or two long, I think. So I'm going to tack that on to the end of this so you guys can see what it looked like when it was all completely, had 4 coats on it. Okay, sign carvers of the day. We have a couple really good ones. Tommy, I thought if Tommy's last name was Marshall, but it's not. It's Mashall, Mashall, Mashall. This is one that he did for a quilting group, and they, a ladies quilting group, and they display this when they go out to their shows and their craft shows and their quilting things. But he did a great job on it. I love the use of the colors and kind of blending the colors together. Terrific job, Tommy. Big Western letters, and they love it. They get, I guess they get a lot of great comments on it. And then Lon Oric, his very first sign. Check this one out. This one is a T-ball stand for his 2-year-old grandson.
Oh, cute.
Is that cool or what?
Where's he at?
I don't know where Lon is. I think I've talked to him via email, and you may have, but I'm not sure where Lon is. Lon, let us know.
He's out of the country.
He might be. I just don't remember.
Oh,
But for a first sign, that's pretty amazing. Love the graphics. Great job. So congratulations, you sign carvers of the day. Wednesday, we're going to have another big episode of sign carvers of the day. Then Friday, we'll have another demo. So I hope you guys have a fantastic week. We've got great things going on, great things planned, some really special videos coming up soon. So stay tuned. And again, thanks for all the support. Thanks for the thumbs up if you like this, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and we will talk to you guys on Wednesday. Have a great one. Bye. Hey guys, all right, we talked about this a little bit. I finished this and I'm ready to ship it tomorrow, but I wanted to give you guys an idea of what it looked like with the full finish on it. I think this has got like 8 coats, something like that. It's got a nice gloss finish on it with the Krylon. This one definitely, as you guys saw in the video, this one definitely had its challenges, and my blunders didn't help the whole situation. But I'm really happy with the way it came out. So we have the black here is with an actual felt pen. This is the actual spray ink. And then this is a red mahogany stain around the outside. And then this black is actually with a felt pen. The reason I used a felt pen again was I like the idea of having this black be kind of translucent the way stain is, and show the grain through the black rather than being solid black. I kind of liked that idea, but I'm really happy with the way it came out. You can see the nice grain. I like the natural background like this, so where you can see the grain of the board through there, and the actual swirl of the way I did the background with a 90-degree V-groove. Anyway, guys, hope you like it. I hope Johnny likes it from this website. If you haven't checked out his channel, he does some amazing stuff. So go check him out. And again, if you see this, Johnny, thank you so much. It was an honor for me to make this for you, and I appreciate the opportunity. Everybody have a great day, and we'll see you next time.